All right. So we're talking about crafting post 0.6.3, right? Pre 0.6.3, you probably saw me grind a lot to get Grandmaster Carpenter. Well, I got it, which is great. I'm also grinding some Fabrication right now, and I have some Inscription going, so you can see my skills. A lot changed in crafting from pre to post 0.6.3. I'm not going to go over every single little detail, but what I'm really going to focus on is blacksmithing and carpentry. Blacksmithing we'll do first. I GM this pre 0.6.3. Okay, so if there's any misinformation, I apologize. Just please let me know. But as far as I can tell, blacksmithing is more straightforward than maybe some of the other crafting. Obviously the bulk of your skill is going to come from refining. Your ore, right? So you're gonna get miner or iron, copper, bronze, steel, and then obsidian, and you're gonna refine those. You're gonna get quite a few skill ups in between then. The question from there is, how do you reliably level aside from refining? And the number one answer is eat. Always eat. Just like I'm doing. Make sure that you're too full to consume this stuff, to consume your food. If you're not well fed and you're debuffed, you won't skill up. But beyond that, I think it's very, very smart to focus on the daggers. They're 2 of each resource, 2 iron, 2 steel, 2 obsidian, or 1 dagger. And you have daggers from skill level 2 to 22, 21 to 41, 43 to 63, and then 64 to 84. And taking the obsidian bone dagger all the way to 100 may or may not work. Again, I did all of this I GM blacksmithing pre 0.6.3. But if that doesn't, when all else fails and you really want to power through, obsidian full plate helm. Skill level 90 minimum. 8 obsidian. It will be a grind, but you will power level through it. And again, it's a grind. There's no two ways about it. There's no way you're going to get around it. And ideally, you're going to be crafting 10 below your current skill level. So if I was 74, I could comfortably craft an iron bone dagger at 64. If you're at 74 and you're trying to craft the bronze bone dagger, you'll get quite a few fails. You may consider crafting a little bit below if you feel like you're failing too much. But again, failure is part of the game, and you will get skill ups. Skill ups are RNG, so do your thing. But daggers, and full plate helm and full plate tunic for the very, very last segment, right? And that's basically it. The real trick to blacksmithing is finding nodes. And if you're in Helm, you're in better place than most. If you know where good obsidian nodes are, let me know. I am currently not super familiar. Next is carpentry. Carpentry is a real grind, folks. It is a real grind. Currently, Blightwood The only thing Blightwood is good for is for refining. You cannot use Blightwood for anything. Not even the endgame bow, the Ash War bow. Use ash. And you also just use wooden boards for arrows. Carpentry took me forever. Mainly because I started it pre-patch, pre-0.6.3, finished it post-patch. Quite a few things change in between. You're just gonna farm a lot. Just, there you go. And what I did is refine. The chairs, a lot of the chairs, you could do wooden stool. Starting at 15, it's 3 boards. You can then go wooden chair at 18, chair, fancy chair. A lot of people grind higher level with the fancy chair because it's only 8 boards, but beyond that, what I found myself crafting endgame was the wooden standing torches. So once you get around that level, consider crafting a whole lot of wooden standing torches. I gained a significant amount of skill ups through that. Wooden bowls and mugs are also very, very good for grinding. Level 24, level 45, respectively. Barrels, level 88 and up, can be very, very good for straight up grinding. Again, 8 boards, a lot of farming. Just please prepare yourself. There will just be a lot of farming in carpentry. Beyond that, there's not really a whole lot. I wouldn't recommend really anything else. You could craft a bunch of crooks at 53.6 and sell those as they're useful for tamers. But other than that, I would just create the occasional bow. You know, create the occasional war bow or long bow or short bow and sell them. You know, sell them when you can. Especially once you start getting the percentage involved, the RNG, you know, start selling them. But carpentry's hard. I think carpentry so far has been the toughest skill to grind. Way harder than fabrication. But again, just to recap real quick, to skill up, you want to focus on items like wooden stool, wooden chair, fancy chair. Wooden standing torches for higher end content for getting closer to 100. Barrels for higher level content. Crates for lower level if you want. And then wooden bowl and mug. I think between those options, you have enough, along with refining, to skill up. And remember, you can get skill ups from trivial items, even if they're trivial, right? You can still get items or skill ups from items even if they're trivial. Just make sure you're well fed. That's penultimate. So with that being said, the next thing that I'm working on is fabrication. I'm at 78. I'm not all the way there yet. But here's some things I've noticed. Silk cloth, I haven't come across it. No spider silk yet. Beast leather, vile leather, I have not come across it yet. So I've done everything with cloth, quilted cloth, and leather. For skilling up, it's been a lot about the clothing. So, you know, bandanas to start off with, followed by bandit hoods, followed by mage hats. I leveled quite a bit with the blacksmith tunic, around 45, because it's only two cloth. You can easily go to Eldir Village, farm a lot of cotton and quilted cotton, and power level through that. I am waiting to hit 80 so I can start using all of my quilted cloth for quilted mage ropes. So once I hit about 80, or maybe a little after 80, I'll ignore the leather stuff just because I won't need it. But until then, I'm gonna be farming leather on my rogue. But like I said, with fabrication, I'm not even there yet. But that's pretty much it. Crafting continues to change. If you have any questions, ask me on Discord, on YouTube, ask me in stream. But that's it for now. We'll continue to pay attention to how crafting changes and check it out from there.